Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am continuing on in this basement area, and quite a few sprouts, actually, and I got to watch these seams with the vacuum. Anyway, yeah, it's not not a good carpet. It's one that really likes to have sprouts, and the edges you can see on the edges there's lots of loose yarns, and you got to watch out for those carpets. It'll easily run. Anyway, yeah, let's continue on. Ooh, that's a noisy one. That's the pad on the carpet. Oh, but boy, is it cleaning nice. I was just thinking, I remember reading a comment some time ago. Somebody had commented saying that they thought that at high speed that the pad would just skim along the carpet, as it were. Yeah, no. It's just moving faster, that's all. More passes per second, 5 per second actually. At 300 RPM, 360 degrees, so. Usually the one I say that a slow machine will work better is one who's actually never really used a high-speed machine much. But wow, that's really looking good. Yeah. Or they've got a machine that they make and sell, or they sell that's only low speed, and anyway. I didn't think that a few years ago when I was didn't have a 2-speed machine, I just assumed that there wouldn't be that much of a difference. But then I saw a couple of videos from a couple of guys. I can't remember the name of the guy that had a video where he was really flying with a 300 RPM machine, and I thought, that's interesting. And then eventually I did get one. And I only used it for commercial work, but I found that it worked great. But I didn't think it was going to make that much of a difference for residential, and I don't think it's a dramatic thing. It just gives you a little bit of an edge, that's all. You don't need one, but if you can have one, definitely get one. And of course, this is the best one you can get. This is the CentaurMachines.com. If you're interested in finding out about it, because it's such a versatile machine, because you can run it with a 13-inch pad driver, or I hate it when people have these things on the walls. Anyway, yeah, very versatile, very well made in Canada. Really good quality machine. I think they're around, this one I think is around 3,000, which isn't cheap, but then you can get cheap rotaries. You can find them on Facebook Marketplace for $200-300, and they'll work. But when you're ready to up your game and play with the big boys, as it were, this is a machine you'll definitely want to consider. It's not overbuilt, and it's definitely better built than your average rotary, that's for sure. Aluminum, cast aluminum frame. I think all the other metal parts, even this, I think that's stainless because it never rusts. This machine is, I can't remember how old it is. I think it's 7 years old. There's no rust on it anywhere. And my other one, which is, I think it's 17 years old. Again, no rust. It runs like brand new. Very well made machines. And the versatility is really what's critical about this. And you can get it. The big wheels you see on this machine are available from Centaur now. It's a special order, but you can get them for this machine. And that's actually, although you don't have to have that, I would say that it's almost a necessity if you're using the machines for residential, because going up and down steps is so much easier. You just bump up and down the steps, very easy then. You don't have to pick up the machine. I've always obviously picked up my machines up until just a few years ago when I made my first wheel bracket for my other machine, which was the MD180. And yeah, it made it so much easier without having to carry the machine up and down steps. And it makes it much easier if you have to go across, a dirt driveway or something like that. Now these machines, by the way, one thing I should point out, I think, is I've got a Vibe as well, and I've used the Vibe for residential somewhat, but for various reasons I realized this wasn't the right machine at all. But when it comes to going up and down steps, you really feel the weight of the Vibe. Hang on. Yeah, sorry. That's almost like, especially when you're going, I find that even going down the steps was actually harder, because there's so much weight there, you really feel it pulling hard on you. Whereas this machine is, I think, it's less than 80 pounds, I believe. Of course, you put the tank on and the big wheel kit, and that probably adds maybe 10 pounds, I guess. So it's under 100 pounds. And I tell you, you go over 100 pounds and you really feel it. That's a lot of weight. And the Vibe is also longer from the back of the wheels to the front of it. And I've had scenarios where some houses you go down, especially some of these older houses, you find the stairs go down and then they turn them like that, really sharp. These little old houses, oh my goodness. I've run into that before. That was really awkward. Even with this machine it would be awkward. But with a machine like a Vibe, game over. you really actually couldn't even do it. I see a sprout right here. We'll deal with that. That mark that was here is gone. So this staining from the hinges of that recliner I've mostly got it out, but there's these where the feet of that couch have been sitting, and that one at the back there in particular has left a stain that doesn't want to come out. I tried some VDS on there as well, and not coming out. So, but it's going to get covered up because the couch is going right back. There's a distortion right along there. Something been rubbing there. But that's a noisy pad. I found that some on some of the Berber carpets, you really get a noise from the pad, the loops of the pad interacting with the loops of the carpet. It makes quite a sound. The two-ways will do that as well. Yeah, this really does look a great deal better. There were some stains right in here, and they're all gone. We're almost done with this. There's some bad stains right here, and they're all gone. Okay. So we'll go over here. We'll take a look at the pad. See how we're looking. Not too bad. But I'm going to do the B side and go down that hallway again, just because. Not because it really looks like it needs it, but I gotta move over this way anyway. I might as well just do another pass there. Yeah, this really looks good here. Really looking good. Okay. I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.